Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss the last part of the endocrine series, that is the disorders which are related to each gland. Hope you are all fine, great. So without any delay, let's start the video. So before going to the disorders, I request you all to please to watch each and every gland. What are all the? Because in this disorders we are only going to discuss the disorder. What will happen if there is hyposecretion? If there is hyposecretion, if you don't know what is pituitary, what is thyroid gland, all that thing, then it will be difficult for you to understand this video. So before reaching out this video, I request you to do first watch the first part of the video. What is endocrine gland, what is hormone, what is hypothalamus, from what type of hormones are secreted, from pituitary what hormones are secreted, from thyroid gland, pancreas gland, adrenal, and from gonadal hormones also what type of hormones are secreted. All that we have discussed in the 5 parts of the video. Today we are going to discuss about the last part. As I have told you that each gland we are going to discuss about the disorder. So let's begin. First we are going to discuss about the pituitary gland disorder, and in this portion also, that is disorder of the growth hormone and disorder of the antidiuretic hormone. We have already discussed what is pituitary gland, what are the two types of pituitary, anterior, posterior, and from anterior what type of hormones are secreted, and from posterior what type of hormones are secreted. We have already discussed that in detail. If you don't know all that thing, then do watch the pituitary gland video, which I will give in the description box. Then disorders of the growth hormone. First is the hypo. First you need to understand what is hypo and what is hypo. Hypo means if there is less secretion of this hormone, then it is known as hyposecretion. Hyper means if there is more secretion of the pituitary gland. And you know that it's a natural rule that if something is in the normal state, then it is okay. If something is in the low state, then it is a problem, or if it is a high state also is a problem. So if there is low secretion of pituitary gland, then what will happen? Dwarfism will take place. That is retard height. The growth of the person will not take place. That is, the height of the person will be short. That is known as dwarfism. Okay. Then if what will happen, if there is hyposecretion, then it will results in the gigantism. Gigantism means tall height. Okay. That is, the person will be very tall in height, but their body portions will be normal, but the height will be very tall. Whereas in case of hyposecretion, the body height will be the stature of the person will be very short. Okay, and the skeleton growth also will be reduced. In case of adult, the hyposecretion is known as acromegaly. Another type of disorder is also seen when there is hyposecretion, that is acromegaly. What happened in this case, the person will appear, that is gradual swelling of the face, and also the changes, thickening of the bones. The bones will thicken, and also particularly the face will be swelly face, hands and feet will be swelling type. Okay, that type of disorder is due to the hypersecretion, that is known as acromegaly. Okay, next moving to the disorder of the antidiuretic hormone. If you see, in case of antidiuretic hormone, that is diabetes insipidus is seen. There is two type of diabetes mellitus and diabetes insipidus. Diabetes insipidus is due to the disorder found in the ADH, that is antidiuretic hormone, and it is also of two types, that is neurogenic diabetes and nephrogenic diabetes. What is neurogenic? Neurogenic is due to hyposecretion of ADH, and nephrogenic if the kidney do not respond to ADH. That can cause to the disorder. Okay. So if you see the diabetes insipidus, if there is no ADH receptor, and so that the diabetes insipidus will occur. If there is hyposecretion, means if the ADH secretion is less. What is ADH? We have already discussed that part. And the kidney will not respond to ADH, then it is forms a nephrogenic diabetes insipidus. Okay. As a result of both the case, what will happen? There will be large secretion of urine, and also dehydration will take place. Okay, dehydration and thirst will take place, and there is the large secretion of urine due to this diabetes insipidus. Okay, moving to the next part is the pancreatic disorder, that is diabetes mellitus will occur. As I've told you, this will be asked in question. Diabetes insipidus is due to pituitary gland, or you can say, to be very precise, antidiuretic hormone disorder. But if pancreatic disorder will happen, then diabetes mellitus will occur, that is type 1, that is known as juvenile. Type 2 is insulin independent, and type 1 is known as insulin dependent. This type 1 in juvenile, what means happen? This can be detected from the very childhood, and the control in this case, the beta cells, as you know, the pancreatic cells, beta cells is responsible for secretion of insulin. What is the role of insulin? Is to decrease the level of glucose if the glucose level is in very high in our blood. So what does it do? It will result, this will happen. Why this juvenile onset of type 1 will happen? If the beta cells is destroyed. Beta cells destroyed means insulin production does not take place totally. Totally insulin production will not happen in the body. So that's why type 1 juvenile onset or insulin dependent will be happening. Okay, insulin dependent means insulin will be given to treat it because of the lack of insulin secretion, as the beta cells is totally destroyed. Second type is the type 2 insulin dependent. In this case, the secretion of insulin secretion will be there, but it is very less insulin secretion is happening. That's why it is known as insulin independent. No extra insulin is required, but this is the type 2 type of diabetes mellitus. Okay, and this is mostly and it decreases the tissue sensitivity to effect of the insulin. Okay, and so that larger amounts of insulin are required to produce a normal effect. Okay, so type 2 insulin dependent are most common form. Type 1 is very rare, mostly found in children, but type 2 is mostly common type, and it does not depend upon the insulin. Okay, and decrease the tissue specificity. Okay, tissue specificity is decreased to affect the insulin. Insulin effect is decreased due to this. Okay, and next type of disorder is the thyroid gland disorder, that is hypothyroidism and hypothyroidism. If hypothyroidism will occur, then what will happen? Low BMR, that is low energy utilization level, less energy expenditure or at rest. Okay, very less expenditure of energy. Poor tolerance to cold, easily you will be getting tired. Slow mental response, your mental capacity will also decrease. And also what will happen? Myxedema and cretinism. What is myxedema? Myxedema is found in case of the adult, and this is due to the facial tissues will swell, myxedema. And cretinism is also due to hyposecretion. Okay, hyposecretion from the birth results in the cretinism. Both are the myxedema and cretinism are the hyposecretion cause. And what will happen? In this cretinism, the dwarfism and mental retardation will occur. Means the person will have retarded height, dwarfism, and also the mental capacity is also low. Okay, in case of cretinism, both are the case of if there is hypothyroidism. In case of hyperthyroidism, what will happen? Graves' disease. And what will happen in this case? That is the enlargement or the bulging of the eyes and excessive secretion of the thyroid gland. Okay, autoimmune disease. It is also known as autoimmune disease, that is Graves' disease. Okay, apart from that, bulging of eyes, that is exophthalmos, or will happen if there is excess thyroid. And one more thing, that is goiter. Goiter means enlarged thyroid gland. If there is thyroid gland is enlarged, then also it can cause to the another type of disorder, that is goiter. And in this case, both the thyroid stimulating hormone and thyroid inhibitory hormone will excessively be stimulating, as a result of which the thyroid gland will not come to rest. excessive secretion of thyroid stimulating hormone, as a result of which the thyroid gland will not come to rest and excess secretion of thyroid gland will occur. That causes the goiter. Okay, this is all about the thyroid gland. Then coming to the parathyroid gland disorder. One is hypothyroidism, hypoparathyroidism, which cause low calcium level. What will happen if there is low calcium level? Then your body, your bone will be very feeble. That means it will get fractured, twitches, and easily it can break down. Hyperparathyroidism, that is high calcium level in the bone, and this causes excessive blood bone, and your tissues will be very soft. Okay, that is the excessive reabsorption of the calcium from the bone will occur, and also this causes the hyperglycemia, that is excessive calcium level in the bone, in the blood level. Then is the adrenal gland disorder, that is hypersecretion causes Cushing syndrome. This is a syndrome which is related to glucocorticoid effect. We have already read what is adrenal gland and what are the different types of the that is steroid hormones. All we have dealt with that. This specifically Cushing syndrome is due to exaggerated effect of the glucocorticoid. Okay, that is mainly due to excessive secretion of gluconeogenesis, and that as a result of which hyperglycemia condition will happen due to Cushing syndrome. Addition is due to hyposecretion of both, that is glucocorticoid as well as mineralocorticoid. What are all this? We have already discussed. As a result of which there is imbalance in the potassium level, rapid weight loss, and hypotension will occur. Okay, so that's why I was telling you to first learn what is adrenal gland, what is all this type, and what is its function. Then you can easily correlate with this disorder. You don't know that only, you can't relate to this. So this is all about the disorders of different gland, and this is the last part of that is the total summary. You can say this chart is very important, and you can also add another column to it, that is the disorder part. I've already mentioned some of the important things, that is the adrenal cortex secretes the glucocorticoid, aldosterone, and liver. Glucocorticoid affect the liver muscles, aldosterone affect the kidneys. Okay, it is partial listing, means what happened, only some of the glands are given here, important ones. Medulla is epinephrine, that is heart, bronchioles, and blood vessels. Hypothalamus, inhibitory hormones as well as releasing hormones, we have already discussed, that is anterior pituitary. Small intestine secretes secretin and cholecystokinin, that is stomach, liver, and pancreas, which we have discussed in the last part of the video. Islets of Langerhans secretes insulin, glucagon. Okay, kidney secretes erythropoietin, bone marrow, which is responsible for secretion of bone marrow. Liver, somatotropin, that is cartilage. Ovaries, estradiol and progesterone, female reproductive tract and mammary glands development. Parathyroid hormone, bone and small intestine, kidney. Pineal gland, melatonin. Pituitary gland, anterior trophic hormones. Okay, trophic hormones you know already, which we have discussed. And posterior hormone, antidiuretic hormone, which we have discussed already. Mainly majority of the hormones are secreted from anterior, and posterior is of two, only oxytocin, and another one is the antidiuretic hormone. Okay, then stomach is the gastrin. Okay, testis is testosterone, thyroid gland T3 and T4. All these hormones and additional to some of the hormones are missing, but we have discussed each one of them as well as the target organ. So this chart is very, very important. You can once again review it, you can once again revise it, and also go through all the detailed part of the video for better understanding. And this disorder portion especially, I am telling you once again, this disorder portion is very, very frequent questions of the exams. Okay, very frequent question. This cretinism is caused due to what? Then that will be asked in the multiple choice, or in semesters your fill in the blanks question, +2 also fill in the blanks question. So this hormone part total I have covered with the 6 videos are very, very important for exam point of view, and also to practice it so that you can understand and can remember it better. Okay, the more you practice, the more you, once you see the video, if you don't remember something, you don't understand something, do watch again that video. try to clarify each doubt of this topic, so that you don't get confused while reading when you get questions, experimental based questions. Okay, so the more you practice, the more you learn it, so it will be very easy. And also this chapter is very easy also, it's not that difficult to understand. Okay, so hope this endocrine system series would be very helpful to you. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, do consider subscribing to my channel and share among your friends as much as you can, and like. And we will be back soon, very soon, with another part of the video series. And hope you have a very nice day. Thank you and have a nice day.